£500. That's a whole month's salary for some of us living in the Caribbean. But for one British-Jamaican, it's the price of a pair of his shoes. In 5 years, Marc Hare has made a name for himself, showcasing at London Men's Fashion Week and also winning a £550,000 investment from luxury tycoon John Ayton. Our contributor Geoff Cooper caught up with Marc Hare at his boutique in central London, 51 degrees north and 0.5 degrees west.
It's always been in my head that whatever I was going to do in work, I needed to enjoy it as much as not working. So therefore I had to build a whole world of my own in which I could come to work every day and be enthusiastic about doing it.
Hi, this is Geoff Cooper and I flew all the way to London to catch up with Marc Hare, owner and founder of the eponymous luxury shoe brand Mr. Hare.
I had a good job, but I didn't enjoy the job, and I lost the job. And because I'd broken my leg a week after I lost my job, I couldn't go surfing anymore, so I had to come up with something else. And I decided I was going to go on a tapas eating road trip around Andalusia.
Wonderful.
And I was there, and I was just in this bar, and I was just sitting there looking at this guy's shoes, just thinking, oh, they'd be awesome if they were like just a little bit longer and they were derby style. And then at that second, I just went, oh my God, I should just make shoes. I've been obsessed with shoes all my life. I was just sitting there with a broken leg, no job, about to get divorced. It's like, what do you want to do?
Mr. Hare.
Mr. Hare. And I think it's called Mr. Hare because I had a bit of self-esteem to rebuild at the time.
Mr. Hare launched in 2009, and since then the brand has blossomed into a luxury shoe label with a flagship retail outlet in London's exclusive Mayfair, and will soon open another outlet in Japan.
We look like we've done really well, but I've got to say, we're right at the very beginning of a thing. Like all the big brands in the world that you know and you have much respect for are like 50 plus years old. There's very few brands in the world where the original founder isn't dead, where people have a lot of respect for that brand. We're 5 years in, people have heard of us, but we're nowhere near any of those big brands.
How has your Jamaican heritage impacted you as a person and your design aesthetic?
I grew up in a very strong Jamaican culture in South London. I always had my grandparents around, my Jamaican grandparents, and they had 13 children, and 9 of them came here to the UK, and then they all had kids, so I had a multitude of cousins. My dad was Rastafarian, so I grew up in a Rastafarian house. Not very strict, but like by the book, Happy New Year's party, it would always be about uncles flossing high-class shoes that you don't see for the rest of the year with dress socks, which, where do they come from? Talked about my uncles, and this is the one that's dedicated to my uncles, because this is the New Year's Eve shoe, which is just the loafer you pull out, which just blows every other loafer out of the water.
As a successful black entrepreneur, Marc's views on the struggles and strive of minorities to become successful was quite clear.
The struggle is a struggle for every single person out there. So, I know a lot of people out there with a lot of talent who can't get a lift up in life, and it's got nothing to do with their colour or where they're from. It's just, getting a lift up in life is not an easy thing, whoever you are.
What's next for Mr. Hare?
My hope for Mr. Hare was always just to do something that supported me in my life and was something that enough people liked for it to be relevant. And you can make that happen. Like we're at that kind of stage now, but now the goal is just to maintain it and to keep that thing going, and for people to just look at what I do and say that's good, whether they buy it or not, to just look at it and go, fair dues to that guy, he did a good job.
The preceding segment was brought to you by
Grace Foods UK.
Grace Coconut Water presents A Few Seconds with the world's fastest woman.
When you step into the blocks, you've got to believe in yourself, be yourself, and always be good to yourself.
Life is fast. Hydrate well with Grace Coconut Water. Grace Coconut Water presents Quality Time with the world's fastest woman.
My life is fast. Even when I'm not on the track, I'm busy running around. I always take the time to refresh.
Life is fast. Hydrate well with Grace Coconut Water.
Next time on 18 Degrees North.
He started asking me if I would transfer money to people. And I said, "You mean you want me to help you scam people?"
From being scammed to helping the scammers, the new face of the Jamaican lottery scam.
This scam is sophisticated. There's a lot of different little variations, and it changes all the time.
On the next episode of 18 Degrees North.
'Twas a night when all was still, that pastry passions experienced a thrill. It could have been the beautiful cakes that made this special little doll awake. A night to indulge in freshly baked products and desserts was enough to make this doll smirk. Now I see why even she couldn't resist taking a bite from the goodies on the Pastry Passions list. Pastry Passions is everybody's passion.
So this is where we bring 18 Degrees North to a close for this week. Join us online, look us up on Twitter or on Facebook. We're there, keeping you connected to the Caribbean. From all of us here at 18 Degrees North, thanks for watching. I'm Zara Burton. See you next time.